Okay, it's time. Yeah, well, we got to get. Okay. Well, good evening, everybody. And welcome to the June 4th, 2024 meeting of the Orland Park Planning Commission. If you all will kindly stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Start with a roll call. Vice Chairman Schuessler's not here. Anybody hear from him? Okay. No. Okay. Commissioner Paul? Here. Commissioner Zamparelli?
Here.
Commissioner Zatar? Here. Commissioner Sanchez?
Here.
Commissioner Nugent?
Here.
Chairman Parisi? Here. Thank you. I'll now call the meeting to order. We've had a chance to review the minutes of the May 7th meeting, May 7th. And I'm entertaining a motion to approve, or whatever you have.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Paul,
Second.
second by Commissioner Zamparelli. All in favor?
Aye.
Commissioner Schuessler was the one that asked us to table the approval, and now he's here?
Yeah, he's here. Yeah, make note that Commissioner Schuessler has arrived.
No, but he's the one that asked us to
And I'll
table the
bring that
May
up now,
7th
yeah.
minutes.
Yeah. Well, let's let him sit down first. Let's be civilized. No. Welcome, Ed. Say, Ed, we're approving, we're looking for a motion. We had a motion a second, but it was to approve the May 7th meeting. And since you were the gentleman who asked that they be continued, did you get a chance to review them? Do you have any objections?
No, the reason I asked for it to be reviewed is there was a whole section missing regarding the discussion of the parking, size of the parking issue.
So we good now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it's unanimous. Thank you.
I think Carrie can tell you they fixed it.
Yes, yes, you did.
It was just some kind of
Okay.
a technical error in the transcription that some things got omitted. It was,
Okay. I will now entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, actually, I wasn't at the May 7th, so I actually can't second that. So.
Excuse me?
I wasn't at the May 7th meeting, so I can't second that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I'll second.
Seconded by Commissioner Schuessler. And Commissioner Zamparelli, you needed to abstain.
Thank you.
I'm looking for a motion now to approve the minutes of the May 21st meeting.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Paul,
Second.
second by Commissioner Schuessler. I must abstain because I wasn't here. Is any, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Okay. Wonderful, thank you. Before I move forward, might you folks have questions during this meeting? No? Okay, okay. I was just, usually when we have a crowd or something, I like to explain to people how the meeting goes. We go to our, we go to our planning, our development committee, development people. And then we follow it up with the petitioner, and then we have questions for anybody in the public, and then it comes to our commissioners. But thank you for attending. I move we open public hearings with public hearing number 2024-0413, special use permit for Orland Park Police Department wireless communication facility.
Second.
Motion by Chairman Parisi, seconded by Commissioner Paul. All in favor?
Aye.
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 No nays? Thank you. And?
The petitioner's here as well with a presentation.
Okay. I'm gonna have to swear you in. Okay.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm that any testimony you present tonight in this matter will be the truth and nothing but the truth? If so, please say, "I do."
I do.
Thank you.
You please, it's all being recorded, so if you'd state your name and position and address for the record.
Hi, good evening. My name is Rick Delzell, and I am the Sports Services Manager for the Orland Park Police Department. I also serve as the 911 Manager for the 911 system.
Thank you. Sir?
I appreciate the opportunity to present before the board our request. We're looking for the approval of special use permit of the wireless communication facility, modifications to allow for the wireless communication facility to be over 100 foot tall, closer than 500 foot to an adjacent residential area, and to be a lattice style tower. The purpose for this is we present have a 30-foot tower at the Orland Park Police Department. We are doing a wireless VHF system upgrade, and in doing so, the engineering study determined that the existing tower was in insufficient height to give us the propagation of the microwave signal between the Orland Park Police Facility and one of the water towers located at the Metro station on 153rd Street. So we're looking to replace that tower with a 120-foot tower, install the radio equipment antennas that we presently have on the 30-foot tower, in addition to the new microwave equipment.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
You could have a seat. I would like to request that the staff report be entered into the record as written and as presented for this case. This petition is for the approval of a special use permit to allow for a wireless communication facility at the Orland Park Police Department. And the petitioner is requesting 3 modifications to the special use permit, as stated, to allow for the tower to be up to 120 feet tall, no closer than 260 feet to adjacent residential buildings, and for a modification for a lattice tower in lieu of a standalone monopole. Some of the planning attributes: it's located at the Orland Park Police Department. The parcel is just over 9.5 acres, and it is the southern end of the downtown planning district. And here's a photo of the existing police tower, which currently stands at 30 feet tall. With the new tower, clearance is needed over any obstructions to reach the other wireless communication facility located in the Metro parking lot. And here are a couple photos of where the tower will be located. It's the red dot on the map where it is currently located and where the proposed tower will be shown. The proposed tower is a lattice-style tower, which is similar to existing towers throughout the village. It stands at 120 feet tall. The code permits a height of up to 150 feet for wireless communication facilities if they're co-located with other equipment. In this case, it is not co-located with other entities, so the maximum height permitted is only 100 feet, which is the request for the modification. And just for reference, this is about 30 feet shorter than the existing tower located at the police station, the former police station, just north of this building. And it's about 30 to 50 feet shorter than the Orland Fire Protection District Tower. That is a similar style. The first modification is for the height of the tower. So as stated, the code permits a height of up to 150 feet, but only if the equipment's co-located. And since the tower is 120 feet high, it is essential for achieving the necessary topology clearance required for effective communication, which is essential for the police operations. Abiding by the 100-foot code requirement would make this tower ineffective. The second modification is for the location of the tower close to adjacent residential buildings. The existing tower is already the same distance away as the new proposed tower. The code requires that they're located at least 500 feet from the closest residential building. There is existing landscaping plus the building blocking the view of the tower from the right-of-way. And the base of the tower will be screened as the code requires. Additionally, we added a condition to the for the petitioner to work with staff on a revised landscape plan, just to potentially add more landscaping near the west property line if required by the code for additional screening of the bottom of the tower from the adjacent residential. The third modification is to allow for the lattice-style tower in lieu of the self-supporting monopole. The petitioner has requested the lattice-style tower for the site, which is a neutral color and it minimizes visual intrusion. Again, the base of the tower will be screened as required. And additionally, the fence enclosure ensures that the facility is as visually unobtrusive as possible. And there is year-round landscaping already in place around the site, so the disruption is pretty minimal because there is screening around the existing tower. Staff recommends to accept and make findings of fact as discussed at this Plan Commission meeting and within the staff report dated May 30th. And staff recommends that the Plan Commission approve the special use permit for a wireless communication facility subject to the following conditions on screen, including providing a fence around the base of the tower and working with staff to provide additional landscaping if appropriate. Thank you.
Thank you. I see there's some conditions there. We're aware of them, and you're all good with it?
Okay,
I think so. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody here from the public who would like to comment on this or ask a question? No, thank you. Then I will turn it over to my fellow commissioners. Commissioner Zatar. No problem. Commissioner Sanchez.
Thank you for your service, first of all. With the tower, obviously I read it's critical for police operations.
Turn your mic on.
Lights on. Use Joe's.
Sorry. Stand by.
Technology.
So, oh, that's much better. Okay, so it's critical for police operations, obviously. Are we gonna look to, well, I guess my question's around the technology, and is it something that will become outdated again in a couple of years? Is there a different, could we do something underground? Could we do a different, or does it have to be the big tower?
Because of the cost to do anything underground, if we were to lay fiber optic cable, that would probably be the ideal, but unfortunately, there's nothing infallible. So we have fiber optic cable between the old police department and our police department presently. Difficulty with that is that as construction goes by, that sometimes that does get cut as well. This operates in a ring topology, so the microwave itself operates around all of our water towers and our vertical assets that we have. This affords us the redundancy and the resiliency, and it's necessary, without which our communications would fail, and that would be bad.
I agree. Thank you. That's all I had.
Commissioner Paul?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. One question. The 100-foot and the 150-foot limits that we have now, other than aesthetics, is there a rationale for that?
So I believe for the aesthetic purpose, the code pretty much just states it's mostly for the aesthetic purpose and to reduce the number of poles we have around town. It encourages people to combine facilities.
Okay. So, I mean, and then the 500-foot rule, I guess the thing I was thinking is if God forbid this thing fell over, it's still going to be, it's not going to hit anything.
Correct. It would fold on itself, and it is over 260 feet away from the
Yeah,
nearest
it's not gonna-
building.
I mean, that would likely happen, but if it did, that was the only rationale I could think of for the 500-foot rule. No, that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Commissioner Zamparelli?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a simple question. When was the last time we had updated the tower? Was it the old one on the police station? That was a long time ago, right?
The old police station that was installed in,
The
I
80s?
believe, 2011.
Oh, 2011, okay. So we do have to do this a lot. I mean, 2011, that's 13 years. We probably won't be revisiting this another 13 years, will we?
God, I hope not.
Yeah, me too. No, but I was just curious because I know the one there's been there for a while, but I thought longer.
Yeah, and we have that reviewed periodically, and it's still of great structural integrity. And this antenna tower itself is not just a normal lattice tower. This is a commercial grade, and it's stressed a lot stronger than what would normally be there, again, because of the public safety aspect of it.
Great. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Commissioner Nugent?
For staff, did anybody on El Camino Terrace question it?
I received one phone call. I guided them to the agenda, but I haven't heard anything else.
Okay, that's it.
Okay. Commissioner Schussler?
Couple of questions. I think when the police building was built, which I had a hand in doing, the decision was made to use the fiber optic cable. So right now, communications come from that tower at the old police station, which is now the rec building, fiber optically to the new police station, correct?
We use that as one of the methods. Right now, all of our vertical assets, the water towers and the few aerial towers that we have, are connected by a 4.9 gigahertz microwave system. That used to be a licensed frequency of which we had the sole right for. The FCC is now, I think they sold off that frequency to the cellular carriers. It's now an unlicensed, and therefore it's problematic. The equipment that we have at present is not available, and it used to be where we could buy replacements. They're getting fewer and fewer and harder to find. So it's imperative that we get off the existing 4.9 system, and we've obtained new FCC licenses for the 11 and 18 gigahertz bands. So these are dedicated high redundancy level microwave systems. And that's what we're replacing with.
So you won't be going off the water towers any longer?
We'll still be going off the water towers. So again, it's in a ring topology. So we have microwave transmitters, receivers at each of the water towers, and they send that signal in between the different water towers, as well as the vertical assets that we have. And then that affords us the redundancy and resiliency that if a link is broke between any of the water towers, that signal will go around the opposite direction.
Why aren't you using the fire district tower, which is higher? And they received special permission to put that up because they needed the height. It's a lattice tower, which I believe is necessary because the monopole will swing in the wind, and you need the lattice for public safety issues. Why not using the fire district and putting a fiber optic under 151st Street and you're done?
That could be done. Again, that would require the fiber optics to be installed or another microwave link between them and us. It's a matter of just the integrity of the system. The engineers who proposed this and done the studies on it, this is what their recommendations are. We've looked at a couple different aspects of it. Certainly, fire department was amicable to us co-locating on that. In fact, we have a couple other pieces of equipment on their tower at present. It'd just be a matter of economics, and then they say that this is the better engineered solution.
Okay, because the 911 calls come into the police station, they're connected to the fire comm center. I don't know how, it's either underground or by microwave, so you're integrated already with the fire district. So this is a technical solution, the engineers are recommending this as opposed to putting it on the fire district tower?
Right. The 911 lines are copper lines, been switched out a little bit by this new system called EZNet, but they have drops between us and the fire. Fire serves as a secondary answering point to the Orland Park Police Department, and therefore we can fast forward any of the 911 lines that we have at present that are fire related.
And you do, fast forward, right?
Yes, sir.
Because I've had experience with having to use that service, and right away you get to the fire district and they say, is it fire or ambulance? Okay, so it's a technical reason that you want to put the tower up here instead of using the fire district one.
By recommendation of the engineering study, yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Those are my only questions.
Thank you. I appreciate your detailed explanation to all the various questions from fellow commissioners, and certainly in favor of doing anything that improves the communication and effectiveness of our police department. So
Appreciate it.
for
Thank you.
preparing. I would entertain a
Mr.
motion.
Commissioner, can I ask a question?
Please,
Changed my mind.
Commissioner Zatar, please.
So will you said you're running fiber from the old police station to the new one to use the old tower. Does this new tower now allow you to decommission the old tower?
It does not. There is a lot of equipment there, and so a lot of those antennas that are there affords us the opportunity to interconnect some of the data communication systems that we have with the other water towers and some of the equipment that we have located in the
Keep them
area.
both?
Yes, we will.
Thanks.
Thank you. Again, I would entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Schuster.
regarding case number 2024-0413, also known as Orland Park Police Department Wireless Communications Facility, I move to approve the staff recommended action as presented in the staff report to the Plan Commission for this case.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Schuster, seconded by Commissioner Paul. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you, and thank you for being here as well.
Thank you all. Appreciate
Great
your
to
time.
have redundancy, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Have a good evening.
I move that we close public hearings, open public hearings.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Paul. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. I move that we open non-public hearing number 2024-0415, the Wilson residence at 9952 West 144th Street. Remove, replace roof and siding from hail damage. Certificate of appropriateness. Of course, my fellow commissioners probably understand that this comes to this commission now since we've kind of absorbed the historical commission as part of our duties. So, petitioner here? Is there any, would you like to address us? Not necessarily. You're not required to. And I appreciate you making the trip here to listen to it anyway. Thank you. Staff?
I would like to begin by respectfully requesting that the staff report be accepted into the record as written and as presented during this meeting. The petitioner, Robert and Marion Wilson, are seeking approval of a certificate of appropriateness for minor work on a landmark and contributing structure. The property is located at 9952 144th Street and is also known as the Labey House. The zoning is Old Orland Historic District, and under the comprehensive plan, the location falls under the Downtown Planning District with a land designation of single-family residential. The house has had exterior damage due to the hailstorm a few weeks ago, and the roof, the house siding, and the garage roof were damaged during the storm. Per section 6-209G1, the review and approval process for contributing structures and landmarks for minor work require Plan Commission and Board approval. Minor work is defined as changes that do not have a substantial impact on the exterior appearance of the structure or site, including alterations, additions, or removal of exterior architectural elements such as doors, windows, fences, skylights, siding, exterior stairs, roofs, tuck pointing, etc. The total scope of work includes removing the siding, installing hardy wrap weather barrier on the house, and then installing hardy plank lap siding. The siding will be the select cedar mill style planks and will be 5 1/4 inch wide and 12-foot long planks. The cedar shingles on the structure will be matching what is currently there, and they will be painted a similar color, which is currently green. The roof on the house and the garage will be replaced with Owens Corning True Definition Duration shingles in the estate gray color. Regarding case number 2024-0415, also known as the Levy House siding and roof replacement, staff recommends to accept and make findings of fact as discussed at this Plan Commission meeting and within the staff report dated May 29th, 2024, and staff recommends the Plan Commission approve a certificate of appropriateness.
Thank you. With my commissioners. I'll start with Commissioner Nugent. You seem to have a unique, understanding of the historic district.
I do, and I'm okay with everything. I realize the planks will be wider, right? You have 5.5-inch now? Is what?
We should be swearing them in.
They're 5-inch pieces, I think. Oh, okay. They lap over. No, I understand it now. No questions.
Thank you. Commissioner Schuessler.
I knew Mrs. Levy, who sold this house to the Wilsons. They've done an excellent job of maintaining this house. In fact, they've done a better job than this. This is a no-brainer. I thank you for really preserving this historical landmark. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Commissioner Zamparelli?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. No, I guess, what's the siding that's on there now? Is that final, or is that? Okay. I mean, it's a much better improvement with the hardy board, Yeah, coming out of the west, yes. So, well, I agree with Mr. Schuessler. Great job maintaining the home, and I really appreciate it because I love those old homes in Orland. We're slowly getting the Humphrey House cleaned up, but this one always looked nice, so thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Commissioner Zatar, anything?
No comment, thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Sanchez?
A lot of people, you had hail damage, you got to get it fixed.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah. Well, sorry you sustained some damage, but happy to see what a wonderful job you're doing as well. And so at this point, I would just entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Schuessler?
regarding case number 2024-0415, also known as 9952 144th Street, roof and siding replacement, I move to approve the staff recommended action as presented in the staff report to the Plan Commission for this case.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Schuessler, seconded by Commissioner Zamparelli. All in favor?
Aye.
Nobody's opposed? Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you for waiting as well. Do we have any new business? No. In which case, I move that we adjourn at 7:29 PM.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That aye was louder than the other ones. Okay. Okay, thank you all. All righty. Bye-bye.